when you go for an abortion, do you know what they call it? They don't call it an abortion. They call it restoring your period. They know that they're killing a child, but they would rather put an alternative thinking to tell you, no, we are not aborting, we're simply restoring your period. The assumption people have is that I'll just take the pill and then things will just come out like a period and nothing will happen to me.
I'm seated here and I'm thinking, if I knew what I know right now, I would have kept that child. I know it was out of abuse, but I would have had so much peace.
Let no one lie to you. Every time you abort, 2 people die. The baby and you.
I was so angry with men. I did not look at men the same way. I became a total tomboy. I was looking like a man because, it felt safer to appear like that. It was a defense mechanism. So I joined uni as a lesbian. And I was not a confused lesbian. I was not a bisexual. I was only now attracted to women. But again, even in the LGBTQ community, there was a lot of abuse. I was still abused as a lesbian. So I'm not even safe in the LGBTQ world anymore.
It is a new season. It is a new year. And I have so much I want to tell you. But before that, I want to just give you just a few, just to update you on where we are right now and the direction we're going to take from this episode going forward. Asanteni sana. Now, if you are struggling with the decision of whether to abort a baby or not, you are going through what we call a crisis pregnancy. It is a kind of pregnancy where you're looking at your circumstances, and because of the circumstances around you, it could be maybe this is a child as a result of rape, or maybe your economic status is just not there, or, incest, all of those circumstances. When you look all around it, this child in your womb actually becomes a threat to you. You perceive this child as a threat to you. And you are at the spot where you're struggling. Do I abort this child? Because that's the first instinct that typically comes. Because with every kind of threat, the first thing you want to do is get rid of the threat. Stabilize yourself very fast so that you're back to the position that you were before this threat happens. It is human instinct. Okay? And if you are in that position and you would like to just sit with someone, just to hear perhaps an alternative perspective, because our God is a God of free will. So I'm not asking you to come and sit with me so that I can try and convince you not to abort this child. That is not what I am doing. But sometimes the devil can bombard us with thoughts and threats and scenarios that are so grim that sometimes you just want to sit with someone to help you unpack these scenarios before you can actually now make a decision as to what you want to do. If that is you, or if you know anyone like this and maybe requires this kind of help, please feel free. We now have a counseling arm. Yay! We are growing, fam. We are growing. So yes, so we have qualified, loving counselors, okay, who are willing to just help you unpack. One of those counselors is myself. All right. So we still don't have a physical office right now, but the counseling that we're going to be doing will be a lot of it virtually. And where absolute need be is when we can try and get maybe somewhere that we can sit in a secure place for us to sit. So if you are that person or you know someone like that and they would want to reach out, please reach out to counseling@pearlsandtreasures.org. counseling@pearlsandtreasures.org. Gen Z is going to put those details on your screen. They're probably happening now towards the end. Also, you can give us a phone call on +254 712 309 846. That is +254 712 309 846. All right. Now, when you call this number, it is not me who will pick it up. All right, this is our admin. But what our admin will do is that she's going to schedule you so that you can have that kind of meeting now with the counselors. And you can call anytime between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. We counsel everyone around the world. So we do not care where you are. It's virtual after all. You know, we will counsel you provided you can speak English because we still don't have Gujarati counselors. You get it? But one day, by faith, one day, we will have counselors of all dialects. And so, asante sana, please reach out. The details are probably posted somewhere. Gen Z will figure it out. The second thing is that if you are going through post-abortion syndrome, this is where you are experiencing extreme guilt over aborting a child. I need you first of all to understand some few things. Number one, Jesus loves you. He loves you. And He is ready and more than willing to heal you. All right? In fact, in our journeys in these things as I was counseling, I realized that most people struggle with accepting that Jesus has forgiven them and that He loves them. And so if you are this person, and you are struggling with these effects, you will know because sometimes you even think, maybe I am not successful because of what I did. Maybe I am not, conceiving because of the abortion. You're blaming, you're looking at the abortion as the reason why maybe God is punishing you in your head, You're thinking this is a punishment from God and maybe things are not happening right in my life because of this, all right? We would also love to counsel you. And we do it free of charge. Everything I'm giving, by the way, it's free of charge. Even the counseling for the pregnancy, free of charge. We are not charging you a single cent. And so, please feel free to reach out to us. We are offering a 10-week counseling session, absolutely free. The first cohort begins end of February. So please ensure that you reach out to us, especially if you want for the first cohort, reach out to us before 10th of February. But at the same time, even if you reach out to us any other time, we're simply going to schedule you in another cohort. So please reach out to us. The email remains the same, counseling@pearlsandtreasures.org. Once you do reach out to us, it is like I told you, it's a 10-week session, probably 2 to 3 hours in a week, in one sitting, 2 to 3 hours, and we'll take you through the whole 10 weeks just to help you unpack and get and receive, because it's already available for you. Receive and accept the healing of Christ, that you may walk knowing that you are forgiven and set free, and that Jesus loves you. All right. So we're going to walk through that journey with you. There's a workbook we have. You will need to purchase that workbook. It is 1,500. If you're in the country, you can purchase from us and we will send it to you. Again, Gen Z is going to put, once you reach out to us and you're in the cohort, we will send you the details of how to purchase. If you're out of the country, you can simply buy it from Amazon by yourself, and it's delivered to you so that we're able to run through the program together. So let nothing limit you from reaching out. Number 3, because it is virtual, all we will need from you is that you have sufficient data. And of course, either a smartphone or a laptop, whatever it is, that you're able to actually commit to those meetings and actually be able to flow in those 2 to 3 hours in that one day in a week. So asante sana.
And I remember the first thing he did was administer a drip. He put the drip and then he told my sister, once it's out, tell me. So again, they put a second drip. And that's when I felt a bit, it's like I can talk normally. I felt a bit relieved. And now we started conversation. And he said, unasikiaje, or how are you feeling, blah, blah, now trying to assess. Again, before anything, I remember he gave me an injection here on my behind. He injected me. At this point, I was so numb to pain somehow. I was not reacting the way, like needles. I was not, normally, before you inject me, it's a bit dramatic. Like I have to talk to myself. But I was just, the drips are done, the whatever. Where the trouble began, he told me, remove your pants. I want you on that bed. And then, madam, don't waste my time. I actually have real patients to take care of.
Tunapopungukiwa, hupungukiwi baba.
Wait. This is when it hit me. Enyewe. Yeah.
Let me tell you, the abortion industry is from the pits of hell itself.
He said, I'm here for actual, real patients. So don't waste my time. I want you there. Then he kept telling my sister, when you guys are done with the drum, I'm going to eat it. Because I would not pat my legs. Even walking was an issue. So tell me, hospital bed, the way it is.
And they put you in that
this high.
Yeah.
It is high. And remember, I'm a small girl. I'm not as tall as I am right now. I was very short in school. I was very short. I mean, this is after high school, sorry. I was still tiny. So even getting on that bed, it took Jesus Christ and a lot of mental strength to pat my legs.
To just get in the bed.
Yeah, on that surface. Because he said, before anything, I need to examine what is happening down there. And then he kept hailing insults like, haya, you're still not on the bed. Tunabembeleza nini? Unabembeleza kwa nini? So you just force yourself because you were there to get assistance. Then remember him wearing a glove. Then he's like, pat your legs. I'm like, okay. Then he tried inserting it was painful. He's not put anything on me, no medicine, nothing. He's like, pat your legs. We see what is happening huku chini. And I'm like, okay. So I was trying to pat my leg. It is painful. Remember, I've stayed closed for quite a while because it's the most comfortable position. So I'm wasting his time. So he's forcing the part. Like he's like, hiya. What? Want it to go casualty? You cannot see me in a casualty area. You're here wasting my time. So with all that insult, the best you can do because you need help, you keep quiet. He patted my legs, wore gloves, and then he started examining from the vagina. And he's like, unasikia hiyo harufu? Paka umeanza kuoza. Like, okay. It's like, hey. He put his whatever, then he showed me that the gloves are green. No, anasema paka unaanza kuoza.
Paka unaanza kuoza means...
Yeah, you've started even rotting.
You've started rotting.
You're even rotting. Hey, unaona, sasa. Then every opportunity he found, he made sure he said something negative. But us, we were just quiet because he was there for help.
Yeah.
So he told me, Aya, I'm taking you to a room where we are going to wash you. And we're not here to bembeleza you. We're not here to, you're not a kid. When you are doing what you are doing, you knew what you are doing. So we are not going to put any medicine on you. Akasema, there's someone who's coming to put another drip. Where hata ulikuwa umeenda, you are even dying. So we are going to add another drip. You guys call me when the drip is done. We wash this womb. So now I was wheeled, but now to a dark room, away now from the open casualty area. We went, now we are there with my sister. We are waiting for the drip to be done. Of course, she was the one doing all the running. The drip is over. And then he came. The talk began. I don't know what's wrong with you ladies. You are always killing children. The other day, kwanza the prostitutes. You guys are just out hoeing yourselves. You are prostitutes.
So he has decided you're a prostitute.
I am a prostitute. I'm like everyone else. In fact, now he was angry. He was letting out his anger. I think he had an incident that really also got to him because he was like, how do you kill a 7-month-old baby? What were you thinking all this time? So you guys go and enjoy all you want. at the cost of someone's life. And you see, he's talking like that and he's working on me. It's not the best conversation to have at that point. But because you need help, keep quiet. The way I'm seeing you here, it's not the first time I'll see. I know it's not the last time. That's what they all say. There's another lady. I have done this 4 times until I don't want to do this anymore. How do you think I feel? I am a father. He's lecturing me, of which I kind of understand his pain, but hey, he took the tools. Remember, there is no medication for the pain. Wore the gloves. But all I remember was there was a metallic basin. And then there was...
I know that metallic basin.
And then there was, I think, something that looked like it was being winched. There was something...
To expand.
I think to open my cervix or my vagina. And then there was...
Suction.
Yeah, the suction thing. Hey.
And for them to do the suction, they have to, there's a tool they use to scrape almost your womb. So they scrape, and then the suction, they put it in there. It's like a huge syringe. And then they extract now everything.
I just remember seeing a lot of metal in a basin, things.
And then and for some reason, they ensure you're seeing it.
With this one, he told me, you see. And he told me I'm not going to put anything for the pain. It's like it was a punishment. He showed me even before he started the procedure. He said, yeah. So, Appa, you knew what you were doing. Pat your legs. Even just going through my cervix was an issue. Because that metal thing that is meant to open me up, it kept slipping out. It was literally jumping out. Like it was not, my vagina was not accommodating that thing. And I was like, as a medic, you can tell someone who's sexually active.
Yeah.
And it was like, what's happening? Like, why can't I cannot even get my way through. So he started asking, that's when he started being a bit more gentle. He said, were you abused? Like, why is it so difficult to get to your cervix? What happened? At that point,
after he has insulted you, called you a prostitute, called you everything.
At this point, I'm crying. I started crying from the minute my legs were apart, were put apart, because the pain. So he's telling me, hey, madam, what happened? I cannot even get through your vagina to get to your cervix, to wash your womb. Hey, so me, I'm there, I'm crying. The entire time I had held my sister like this. I was on the bed, my legs. Anytime I feel pain, I would press her arms, very, very tight. Like, so I think even her, she was crying. She's crying, I'm crying. We're just there quiet because we want to be helped. This guy was talking to himself. So what happened? We're just quiet. Were you abused? How did you get pregnant? Because I can tell your cervix is not open the way it should. So I just kept quiet. He forced. Remember, there's no painkiller, nothing. He forced that tool in. And I remember that cracking sound.
As it's just expanding, pain.
That was painful. I cannot explain that pain in words. He forced the cervix open, and then after a while, whatever I was doing, I just remember him sucking and out. Putting on the metallic basin, sucking everything out, putting there, sucking everything out, putting there. Then he made sure he showed me whatever that was extracted. He said, I want you to look at this basin. Now you see this. This was a baby. This is a baby. Look. Are these not legs? Are these? I'm like, my God.
So you could see the baby parts.
I didn't even want to look at that basin. And then the stench that was coming from, it was very, 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 very stinky. I'm like, this I was gone. Like, this was inside of me. And then he said, you see, even these substances are green. You are rotting. And he made sure he removed everything until now there was just blood, pure blood from the extraction. It's like, now I've tried washing you.
And that is, by the time you were aborting, that baby was 5 weeks, right?
5 weeks.
And, you know,
according to what they said, not that we had.
You know, the people are always told, and many people will find out they're pregnant typically after 1 month.
Okay. Yeah, after missing your period.
Correct. And you're told, no. That
It's
is not
not a
even a baby. No, it is just a mass of cell. And a doctor can show you the legs there.
They can actually tell.
Do you know, Lydia? Right now, the pro-death industry, all right?
Yeah.
Right now. Do you know when you go for an abortion, do you know what they call it? They don't call it an abortion. They call it restoring your period.
Restoring your
Yes.
At what expense? Because you lose
Restoring
your
period.
sanity.
Because they understand if they even make you aware of what is happening, okay? They know that they're killing a child.
Of course.
But they would rather put an alternative thinking to tell you, no, we are not aborting. We're simply restoring your period. This industry is from the
It is
pits of
rotten.
hell.
Yes, I agree.
Continue.
After
I'm sorry.
it is well.
Yeah. So
we
now
have to
he's
talk
showing
about
you the parts.
reality. Yes,
Yeah.
he's shown me the parts, and I felt such a relief. After that, it's like in fact, I stood from that bed and walked. After a very long time of just being in bed, you'd not tell I was a patient after. Like I came back to myself after all that was extracted and all. And then he's told me when I was leaving, I don't want to see your face here again. Please don't come back. Don't do this again. He made sure he really emphasized on that. He said, I don't know what happened to you. I'm sorry I was rude before. Why I'm talking with so much bitterness is because I have a daughter exactly your age. And it would pain me to see her in this position. I'm tired of killing. I'm tired of taking out children from people's
So even
homes.
doctors know that this is a baby. This is death.
Yeah.
This is killing.
Remember, I went there because of my case. This was not maybe specifically an abortion clinic, but he had to clean my mess. Let me put it like that. So I think he was also traumatized. I don't know what he has seen, but yeah, from the way he was speaking, he was done. He doesn't want to be in that space anymore. And I just thanked him. I said, thank you. Those are the first conversations we had with him. I said, thank you. And he said, did someone take advantage of you? And we just looked at him quietly and we left. We left. Even the driver who waited for us all this while was like, hiya. Is this the lady who walked into the, hey, enyewe, Mungu anaponya, you know? And I was so glad. There's nothing I felt happy and more content of, like the opportunity given, like the second. I knew it was a
Opportunity to
second
live,
chance. Yes. I didn't know that's how someone feels when they're dying. Yeah, you feel death. It's not something that it was there and it's painful, especially if it is coming in that way.
Right now, there are so many people who sell the abortion medicine online. Yes, online. You just contact them and it's delivered to you, right?
So
it is the exact same thing that was put in your cervix. Yes, you understand?
Yeah.
And so they're selling it, so anyone can just buy it.
You
And
self-abort.
the assumption people have is that I'll just take the pill and then things will just come out like a period and nothing will happen to me. It came out like your period, but you were almost dying.
Yes.
And yet, these are pills you have received. You have not seen a doctor. You don't know anything. So tell me, how many women are dying right now?
Because of that.
Do you know the reason I have even spoken now, and just to emphasize that bit, is when we did my first videos, right? I would see the comments and someone saying, hii kitu tu inatokanga kama period, hiyo ndo kitu ya kuwashtua.
That's someone who's trying to, there's that, it gets to a point, it's like you're dead. I don't know. I don't think that's...
No, I understood that person clearly. Because the reality of what it is very tormenting to their mind.
Exactly.
Right?
So
they have to simplify it, escape it. Find a way to make it so simple. And, and because of how easily it has become available, then people think it is just as simple as, the people dying.
You're actually killing someone. Aborting and someone shooting, it's the same thing.
Something.
Or someone cutting someone to... It's the same thing. You've killed. We've all killed.
There's no one... Let no one lie to you. Every time you abort, 2 people die.
Absolutely.
The baby and you.
It's true.
Every single time. What has happened is that the abortion industry has convinced you to prolong your death. That is all. Because we die. Something in you dies.
It dies, it's true.
You get into severe depression. Eventually you commit suicide.
Yeah.
Have you not died?
Or probably you'll abort again. You'll become promiscuous.
Yes.
Because you're empty, you're trying to look for acceptance.
You die.
To fill that void.
You die. It's not just your baby that dies. You too die. The version of you before you killed ceases to exist.
You never live the same person.
You don't.
Yeah.
You don't. They don't understand many. Lydia, they don't get it. Lydia, they don't get it.
Funny enough, I'm seated here and I'm thinking, if I knew what I know right now, I would have kept that child. I know it was out of abuse, and I'm sounding like I'm contradicting myself. But I would have had so much peace. Maybe I would have given the child out. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you would have even opted for adoption.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or given someone who's more responsible or whatever.
Or let's kept the baby.
Exactly. Let's cross the bridge when you get there.
Yeah.
But abortion is never an option. It's not something you should even come to mind. Speaking from experience, I've been there, done that. So I would never advise anyone to abort.
I know there's a narrative. There's a narrative that says, if you are raped, you are justified.
No. It's not your fault you were raped in the first place. You did not deserve that.
And it is the most traumatic thing that can happen to a woman.
And we accept, exactly. Yeah. But God has a plan. Yeah. Even after the rape, God has a plan.
Even that baby, God planned for that baby.
Yes.
God planned for that baby.
Yes. God has a plan.
Those are difficult conversations to have, but they're true.
Yes.
Okay, so now you have left the clinic.
I have left the clinic. I've been given another chance to leave.
Yeah.
And but I did not leave the same person. I was so angry with men. I did not look at men the same way. Because I was like, it was because of a man that I was in that bed in the first place, that I was abused. This guy was talking to me like this is like I put the pregnancy in myself. He doesn't know what happened. It is because of a man that I was even in this. So I loathed men as it was instant. Remember from when I was young, the abuse didn't start here. It started back then. So I'm like, me and even the boyfriend scenario, being beaten for nothing. So I'm like, with me and men, yeah, we end it at this. I'm done. I cannot look at a man the same way. And a wall grew. I became such an angry person because I remember it was during election after 2007. The next one was 2012? 2013. I remember that period. We went home because we were scared it would be exactly the same way it had happened before. And that is the first time I drank alcohol. No one introduced me to alcohol. It was not out of peer pressure. I looked for the liquor myself. I wanted to drink. I finished high school in 2010. All this drama is happening in between 2011, 2012 there, yes. So by the time we were going home to where the cousins and all this nonsense was happening, I'm a totally different person. Don't touch me. You get? I'm now very angry. I cannot look at a man and even think anything positive. And because we were closed in for a very long time, the entire election time, There was a lot of drinking. Of course, we found them already drinking. They were drinking already. I asked for the liquor myself, and I took very heavy liquor. Was it back then? There was Blue Moon, Mickens. I remember those brands, Gilbey's, Kibao, and I think I took a Mzinga by myself, and I was not getting high. I don't know how. Like, I'm taking it angry. Give me more. Where are you getting the liquor from? I want to feel high. I want to feel, and I don't want anyone to touch me. Don't tell me anything. So that's where the drug abuse began for me. I started drinking, and I joined university. I joined one of the big universities in Nairobi, in Kenya. And just before joining, already one of my friends was there, a neighbor, a church member, let me put it like that. It was a girl we were in the same estate with, the same church with. She was actually very close with my sister, like she was my sister's best friend, now the second born, not the first one. So she would often come home. And before I went to school, my mom said, but so-and-so is in that school, so I know, it's going to be easier for you. And during the orientation now, that period, just before we start, it was hectic commuting all the way from home to the university. So my mom suggested, is that friend still around? So you go stay with her until you finish this orientation period, and then we will know about the accommodation. We'll know later. Now, once you're in, we know if we're getting you a hostel, blah, blah. Are you going to stay inside the school or outside the school? And this lady that was a friend, was a sister, whatever, I did not know she was looking at me also differently. So I'm joining university, and this is the first time I'm sleeping with a woman. Let me just put it into detail. That day I did not go home. I told mom, okay, I'm going to stay with her. And after the long, busy, she really came through for me because I did not know where the offices were. So at night, I was exhausted. That university is huge. I was exhausted and I just wanted to rest. But her roommates were not around. We were just the two of us in the room. And she had worn seductively, but according to me, she was just I've never looked at a woman like that in the first place. It's just a woman, yeah. Yeah. And considering I had not carried any change clothes, even me, I was in a vest and boxers. After the abortion, I became a total tomboy. It's important to mention. So you were not wearing girl panties. I did not look like a girl again. Never. Never. So what was going through your mind at that time? Why did you not like looking like a girl? If you're thinking back now, I needed to defend myself. It was like a defense mechanism. I was looking like a man because, there's nothing you're going to do. I don't know. It felt safer to appear like that because every time I have been a girl, a woman, myself, my age, something happened. Since I was little, something has happened. So it changed me to see that just being vulnerable and accept. I almost died because of this. So it's like it was a defense mechanism or something. Very natural. It came out very natural. No one taught me. I was no longer doing skirts or dresses. Never. Like, I don't even know where they went for a good number of years. Now I'm in khaki pants or jeans, hoods. Yeah. So by the time I'm coming to university, that's my dress code. I don't even own even one dress. Coming to this lady, I was already a tomboy. So by the time we were spending that night, I'm in my vest and boxers. Yes, even girls, they have those. But she was in a miniskirt, a slitted miniskirt and a spaghetti top. I don't know how it's called nowadays. So we are revealing our ages. So somehow, I think she was seducing me and I didn't notice because she would have worn a proper nightgown, but she was in the most skimpiest of clothes, let me put it like that. And of course, the music was on, the R&B. There's a reason why I keep mentioning the music. It has something to do with the atmosphere. I don't know. Yeah. Yes.
It's the earget.
Yeah. And I'm not used to such music, but yeah, it's always played just before something happens. So the R&B was on, and I remember actually Chris Brown was the one singing. It was the first time I heard that song. Don't wake me up, you know. Hey, but me, I was dozing off the entire time. Back then, chatting was a thing. So I'm trying to chat, but nile chat, yeah, I'm sending a text, I'm dozed. I told her, I'm done for the day, let me rest. But with the way the bed was, or the setting was, we are in a bed that the mattress was so imekulana. With university, tumefinyana hapa katikati, we were so
it is warped. It is warped. So even if you sleep on this side or this side, you will end up in the middle.
Together, squashed. We will end up sandwiched, whether I like it or not. But we needed to survive the night, right? And yeah. So we were that close. Yeah, and by the time I'm dozing off, I don't even know where to rest my hand. I remember she was facing the wall and I was facing the wall. So it was like I had spooned her. Because the back would be more fishy, back to back, and we are all squeezed. It's uncomfortable. So yeah, I had spooned her. So I didn't know where to rest my hand. So I placed it on top of her waist. And I think she assumed I was making a move or something, because the way she pounced on me after that, you get from there, it's like it was a move. Me, I was resting my hand to I'm done. Like she turned. And he turned, and all of a sudden we are making out. I'd never been there with a woman, honestly. It's the first time. I don't know what to do. Because she was a relative to the pastor. No one would tell. Like, you can list, you cannot. You see, my mom is actually the one encouraging me, stop coming home. We are wasting so much on your transport, and also you're getting wasted. So you just go spend with none. Trusting that,
it's a girl.
It's a girl, exactly. It's the best friend. It's the best friend to your sister. Actually, we are helping. She's helping us. I'd be glad. Hey, come with this girl. Because even after that night, we had a conversation. It's like, I have longed to be in your arms. All this while, I would come to your place, and I of course, you are not noticing me. Like, what? I said, yeah, I wanted you.
Allow me to take you back. At that time when it is happening, and now this girl is doing these things, what was going through your mind? Were you excited?
At that point,
were you aroused? Were you fearful? Were you disgusted? What was going on?
Let me be honest. It came as a shock because I've not been there before. On the first instant, I was shocked because this is someone older than me. I'm looking at her like, my sister, what's happening? But I flowed with it. And when she was telling me, touch me here, I was very obedient, very submitted to what she was saying. So even in this space, I was like the man or something. Automatically, I don't know how, it was very natural that, because in a few minutes, I didn't need her to tell me what to do.
It just
table chant. Exactly. I even
now you're in control.
Exactly. I even came on top of her, and I was done now doing what my mind was telling me to do. And we went on until almost 3-4 in the morning. Like, it was not just a one-time thing. I'm like, I don't know if something took
over.
Yeah, took over. Because this is past midnight, Apo Manini, you've started being drowsy, it's been a long day. But the intimacy there, what that was happening, went on until almost morning. Like, we were not stopping. I don't know. It was, hey, we finish here. And even after the session, she was like, what? Like, oh my God, I don't think I can look at you the same way. Hey, I haven't had this with her. You don't know how much I wanted. Now she's pouring out her emotions and all. And I'm like, okay. And that really changed something inside of me. I was like, oh, so I am this to ladies. Like, it can be like this. It can actually happen like this. Because I wouldn't say I didn't feel something. I felt great satisfying her and not forcing her to anything. I liked that it was not forced. It was the first time I'm being intimate without
force.
Yes.
And you were in control
And
for the first time.
So I've been introduced to a different world, and I'm like, Remember, I'm just joining uni. So I joined uni as a lesbian. Yes, I've already been oriented, and I was not a confused lesbian. I was not a bisexual, or I don't know. I'm trying. I was a lesbian. I was only relating to women. Only. I was only now attracted to women. With her, it was a one-night stand, because I don't know. After I felt very disgusted by, I don't know. I just felt. Okay, there was an incident that happened that I don't know. I was. That ended there. But I became fully lesbian in school. I cannot count how many ladies I've slept with in school. And I don't know how we knew each other. Because it's not like it's written
like
here.
there's just like a radar somewhere.
Yeah. And I slept with my classmates. Not once or twice. What I want to thank God for. Thank you, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. You helped me. I don't know how I survived school. I was always high. Remember, I've started drinking before joining university. I was high 24/7. But I would manage to go to class. There was a class rep, but somehow teachers would trust me with the assignments and the handouts. I don't know how. I had so much favor in school. I don't know. I was a teacher's pet. That's what they used to call us, teacher's pet. And if I did not understand a lesson, my God, you guys will have to forgive me. I will stay there until I understand what the teacher is saying.
And you're high.
And I'm high. It's either I'm high on edibles, because in class you cannot drink. So either I have
explain to my viewers who are wonderful children of God. Yes, they have no idea what edibles
are.
Please explain to them. They might think you are talking about mboga or skuma.
Okay.
Please.
Okay. So there's liquor, and then there's weed. There's marijuana. It's called marijuana.
Yeah.
Weed. So with weed, you can either smoke it, you can cook it with food. Actually, you can
bake
take it. Exactly. It's baked as snacks, as a muffin, a cookie. It can be anything, a croissant. It can be it can take any form, in short. It can be tea. I can be sipping on tea and it's right actually, because
and the reason in campus or whatever it is we loved them is because you could be high without the smell. It is how there are seasons where we were able to maneuver NTSA those days. Wow. Because they could see we were high.
They can't tell.
But they could not be able to find the highness in that gadget of theirs.
Oh, you're told to blow. Like, but your eyes are red.
I am high. The road looks narrow like this. It's just a cookie.
Yeah. We survived. I don't know how. God,
Jesus
we are still alive.
Jesus
is God. I don't know. The reason I am specifically saying thank you, Jesus, because I was of course in university there's nothing like number one, but I was the highest student. I passed with a distinction. I don't know how.
Wow.
I don't know how.
Jesus.
I don't know how, because I was always high. And then if the lecturer has decided they're not coming, because we would do 60%, 40%, they would skive classes, like, and you're like,
every public uni in Kenya,
you're not coming to class, and then the next time you see them, it's a cat or a rat, and maybe you planned not even to attend the lectures. Hey, my God, I don't know how I survived. People would come to my house, of course, for the house parties, blah blah blah. I had a clique of girls or boys we would go out with, but everyone knew, even in that clique, that I have a girlfriend. I'm seeing a lady. That was it. There was no specific drinking. We drink in the morning, lunch, at night. Anytime we are free, we are high. We are high on something. And my point was, I cannot count how many ladies I slept with in school, including my classmates. Someone has come, because now you are the teacher's pet, you are the HOP. they come and pretend. Well, first they would fight to be in the group work because they know, of course, you will present something meaningful. And then for whatever reason they would fake or say, I've not understood class today, can I come to your place? And me, I think we are coming to study. Honestly, my mind is clear. A lady comes to the hostel, my place, and I was not staying in school. I was that independent. I was still really taking care of myself, my bills, because if I'm not in school and there are projects outside school, I would still go and work the marketing. A lady comes and I'm assuming, okay, so let's fix something to eat, and then 1 minute we are talking, the next minute she's naked before you and she's like, Lydia, please, don't deny, please, just sort me. And I'm like, I've never even looked at you like this, and I would never ever take advantage of a lady. That's one thing, because I know what it means to be taken advantage. Whether I'm high or not, I never forced anyone to have intimacy with me. All of them, most of them would come to me. And I don't know how I did not say no. I did not deny. I don't know. I would just sort, even if we don't have anything going on. I had several one-night stands with ladies, but I also had girlfriends. Girls I've lived with in school as my girls, my wives to be, let me put it like that. Because the relationships were quite serious. We were not trying, we were in it. And that's how I maneuvered my university. But again, even in the LGBTQ community, there was a lot of abuse. I was still abused as a lesbian.
Tell me more about that.
I remember, because there was a lot of drinking. It's either we're in school or we've gone to clubs. Kwanza club hopping. Back then it was a thing. We've started in this club. I don't know how you end up in Langata or Westland or someone's house. You don't even know how you got there. Jesus is King and Lord of our lives.
Amen.
And we did not die.
Amen.
Hey, you don't remember anything. What are those nights where you told, what you showed us Shenge yesterday? We don't want anything to do, and you don't remember. You don't have a clue what happened. I don't know. God is just out. So there are nights that we would go out, and I remember this. In one scenario, there was a guy who was really hitting on me. It was friends to my sister. Okay, there was always just form was there always. You know, there was always somehow.
Form is a plan.
There was always a plan. A fun. It would not miss out. You can even stay hungry in school, but liquor.
You cannot.
You cannot miss liquor. So we were out
and
drinking.
The devil always provided. You never lacked liquor. You could lack food, but not liquor.
They'd rather come to school and pick you. But you've stayed hungry. You don't have any money for handouts. But liquor is there. We would drink. So we've gone out, and this guy has shown interest in me in one of the cliques. And I was very straightforward with my relationship. Even before we go far, I have a lady I'm dating. And I'm saying I have a girlfriend. So I put that on the table. But this guy was determined. Or I think I offended him when I said that. Because that night I remember they spent on us. Hey, I drank. I was always a party animal. You drink and you're on top of the table. You are the one who is...
Shots. You're the life of the party.
You are... Hey... So I have had a night of my life. But this guy had a plan. We drank. I cannot go back to school. Of course, you would not go back to university in those 3 hours. There was a lot of cases of abuse or even death. Death. So he said, he suggested, and he always fall for that. I'm coming back to work. It was on a Saturday night. He said, me, I'm on duty. Even today, I remember it was the next day already. It was on Sunday morning. So, because you cannot go back to school, we couple as we drop each other, blah, blah, blah. And then you will come back with you. As you go to school, me, I'm going to work. So that's exactly what happened. We went, and it was far. Uko, Ruai, Kamulu, it was far. And it made sense because I'm like, by the time we're getting there, it will be, you know. We went. And we were many. I don't know how we ended up just the two of us. We got to his place, true to it. We found the parents, because he was still staying with the parents, but he had his separate, whatever. The parents were going to church. And they sobered up. When you're in front of parents, which happens a lot even nowadays, I don't know how you get to 100% really quick, from 0 to you are composed. So I did not know that we were going to come and meet that scenario. So we went in. He didn't have the key to his place. The parents were there, and they were, the way they were exchanging words with this guy we came with. I barely know him. I just knew the people we were with. We've drank together before, but yeah, you understand. I was just there to buy time so that I can go back to school. So the mom was asking me, hey, you look like a nice lady. What are you doing with this guy?
His son.
She said,
Hassan.
This is my son. This is my son, but what are you doing with this guy? What's your name? And I said, I'm Lydia. How old are you? I explained myself. He said, why are you here? Okay, can we go to church with you today? The son interjects. What's wrong with you, mom? I'm bringing my guests here. You're talking to my guests. You're talking to my guests as they kept exchanging words. I'm like, no, where have I brought myself? What is this? And he said, I'm her parent, but I can advise you, leave this guy. Like, you're not going anywhere.
This is
with
the
this
guy's
guy.
mom.
The guy's mom.
Telling you, I am advising you
against this guy. Don't even waste your time with it. So I think she assumed, that we are there's something going on. She doesn't know I'm a lesbian. She doesn't know anything. She doesn't know I'm just there buying time to go back. So, but I was very quiet and I felt sorry. I felt embarrassed because I'm in front of parents. Even the dad was there. The dad was high somehow, because he kept also interjecting and said, stop talking to my wife like that, I'll beat you. Why are you talking? So it's a dramatic scenario. I'm with a family, I'm not understanding what's happening. I'm like, I should be out of this place anytime now. And then it's the walk of shame. You know, when you've drank the whole night, I'm in my natural hair, everything is standing. I don't know,
brought back memories.
It was bad. So I was just like, I'm so sorry. Sorry, mom. It's like, no, it's not your fault. I know my son. It's okay, as we are going to church. Do you want to join us? And I said, like, no, let me just go home. I wasn't ready for that. He's like, yeah, I understand, but it would be good if you know God and you can stop drinking. She tried talking. She was very polite. Can I serve you some tea? He kept interjecting. Unampea chai. Is this your guest? Anyway.
Translation, you're giving her tea, is she your guest?
Yeah. Why are you talking to my guest? And all this time, he's screaming at the mom, saying, give me my keys, the keys to my... And then the dad is asking, are you staying with your mom? Is your mom why are you talking to my wife like that? You go plan yourself. So, long story short, the brother had left. There are two sons. The brother had left the key to... So he was so mad. And I asked, can I leave? He said, no. You need to rest. I want when you're leaving, we live together. Me, I go back to work and you. So he insisted and said, let me take you to my friend's place. At least you rest as I freshen up. I look for my brother, I freshen up, I change, we go. So I went to his friend's place. The friend was not there. He was at the shop. He owns a shop. Those buildings where it's commercial, trade, and then flats, like people are living. I got there, I slept, I blacked out actually. I was so tired. That night was one of those nights. And I had mixed everything. I blacked out. After he gave me a t-shirt to change I blacked out. I woke up to this guy raping me.
Wait. You slept?
Yes.
Blacked out?
I blacked out.
The next thing is you're waking up and the guy is raping you.
Raping me from the back.
From the back?
Yes. And he's raping me violently, telling me there is no woman who has ever said no to me. You cannot tell me no. In fact, I'm going to let me say it in Kiswahili. Like nitakukula mpaka ukue straight. Unaniambia hapa wewe ni lesbian.
So he says he will rape the gay out of you.
Yes.
He'll rape the lesbian
Yeah,
out of
like
you.
who are you to tell me no? You cannot tell me no. It was not anal sex. Let me correct that. He was penetrating me through my vagina, but from the back, which gives entry. Like there, when you're fighting, it's just getting worse. So he's talking. He's violent. I was like, okay, and I told him, you're hurting me. He's like, yeah, exactly. That's what you deserve. No one tells me no. And when he was done, and he's raping you and telling you how he's feeling. When he was done, he told me, yeah, if you're going to be mine, like, no one tells me no. You're a woman, you don't tell me no. He was done. I remember just taking my things, collecting what was there, changing, and running out.
What was going through your mind at that time?
I was in so much pain and in shock because I didn't expect that. I was in deep slumber only to wake up to someone abusing me. So I'm in shock, pain. I'm disgusted. I didn't digest it until the time I sat down in a matatu on my way back. That's when I let the emotions out. I cried from the time I left Ruai until campus, until my hostel. That's when I let out everything. I even went past. It's very funny. Of course, I was not familiar to that area. There was a police post just... That's what I learned later. I didn't even see that. I was walking through the rain. I was being rained on as I was going to get a mat. Cars are passing. I don't even know which way to town. How do I go back even to the CBD? So I'm just trying to wave, and they're like, okay, so this is still dropping, but we can drop and still get you back to. So I just boarded any matatu. I rushed out of that house, left this guy there, boarded the matatu and went. He didn't care. He didn't even flinch at what boarded a matatu. I sat. I cried. I'm seated next to a stranger. I don't even know who's next to me. I started crying. I could not even compose myself to pay fare or even ask how much is the car. Where am I alighting from? Where are the CBD? Is it audio? I could not compose I was hysteric. I'm trying to compose myself. I cannot compose myself. I cried and I didn't want anyone to touch me. So I'm there. They don't know how to help me. I'm trying to compose myself. I cannot compose myself. The only thing I can do is just act. You want fare? Here is the fare. I reached my hostel and I called a friend. Remember, I'm a stud. So the only friends I have are guys. Studs don't have female friends because female, we are attracted to female and we are dating female. We don't have many female friends.
Explain to them what a stud is.
A stud is a lesbian how do I explain that? A girl who is a man.
A manly lesbian. A girl who is the man in a lesbian relationship.
Yes.
I hope you've done it justice.
Yes. Yeah. I was the man in the relationship. Man, quote unquote, in the relationship. So most of the people who are my friends are men. Unless maybe we're dating or something is going on. What am I doing talking to girls? So I called my friend who was a guy. Though I wanted him to come help me because I was now not able to walk from the stage to home. I just needed someone there. I don't want him to touch me, but yeah, I need to get home somehow. So he's like, what's up? He's trying to interrogate me. I don't want him talking to me. Don't touch me. Just be here. Let's get home. Get me home. And when he got home is when I talked to him and I explained, and he was mad. He was like, just give me a name. Give me a name and a number. And I was like, no. And that night I requested him, don't leave. I hope you can stay. Be here. But we are not sleeping in this. You're not sleeping in this bed. Kitambo, when we are high, we are jamas. Where you will rest your head, that's your own problem. You get? Because we're boys. But that day, the best he would have done is just sit on a couch and just either look after me, see if I'm okay. If I wake up startled, he was just there. But don't touch me. We cannot share the bed. Don't touch me. Don't talk too much. And he was like, so why haven't you done can we go to hospital? Can we go? And I told him, you go and get me the green, that thing. Just go and get me that and I'll be good. And did I even swallow those pills? Because I remember we were traveling home. We were traveling home with my sister all the way to Shago. And I tried acting normal, but I even sitting on the public means was quite uncomfortable. The next day, in fact, it was the following day, he made sure I got ready, packed my bags, and we were going to see mom. I pretended the entire time, got home, but when I reached home, I started seeking medical help because I knew something was wrong. Either there's a tear or something, like he was very violent. So going to hospital and explaining, they said I needed to take that form in it, the post
whatever
prep to start. I should be on prep. Yeah, and I'm glad that they understood me. It was not because for you to get prep, you have to have a police.
Yes.
An abstract, a report.
It's got a P2 as well.
Yes. All I did was go to a private clinic trying to get help. And when I explained myself, he said, I'm going to call someone from the district hospital. Go there. I've already talked to them. I wish you had a police, but I've explained and maybe you will get some help when you get there. So getting there, I got a prep. And I started the medication. But my family learned about this one. How? When I got home, because I could not walk, my brother had to come with me, the one who follows me, my immediate brother. And we were using taxi, we were using Uber. Like I would barely walk. That guy it was bad. I was just trying to compose myself, but I was in pain. So the entire time we were moving from hospital to hospital, my brother is asking me, okay, what's ailing you? What's wrong? And I was not able to bring myself to have that conversation. But eventually it got to a point where it was like, no, you're telling me, I've seen all those medicines you've been given. Tell me what's wrong, what's happening. And so I told him. And that evening we went and sat and talked as a family. So my family is the one who took care of me. So they learned that I had been abused. And this one was violent. It was bad because it had side effects. Even the prep medicine had side effects on me. Remember, I was a heavy drinker. Now I cannot drink. You cannot drink when you're on prep. You'll start again. They don't go. So, yeah. You either will not, the medication will not work. And we are now trying to prevent any sexual transmitted disease. We're trying to prevent pregnancy. So it was on strict diet, I had a lot of withdrawal syndromes because I was so used to being drunk. And now I'm not drinking. And I remember my mom was really there because also there are side effects like with the prep for me. I rushed on my private parts. So you sit on salt water like someone who's given birth.
You had rashes on your private parts because of the medication.
Yes. The side effects, of course, are diverse for everyone, but they warned me when they were giving me. They said, because it's doing a number on you and we're trying to get rid of anything, this is what will happen. There are some who, there were several conditions, but they were strict. They said, don't take alcohol. So for me, those were the side effects. I had a lot of rashes and I had to sit on salty water so that it does not develop to a wound or something. And my mom would have to take me through that daily.
Wow.
Daily. Taking care of me, taking care of my diet, because also you have to eat well before you take this medication. They were heavy. I remember there's a time I disobeyed. I sneaked out of home and because I was tired of staying in one place, and we went and drank. I puked blood. I vomited a lot of blood because I did not know how to survive sober. And of course, I did not want to remember that. Again, I blamed myself for this. I'm like, someone abused me just because I said no and just because I'm a lesbian.
The violence.
Yeah, the violence. And yeah.
The violence.
It was a lot. So even as a lesbian, there was a lot of abuse. Another scenario I remember is I had gone out with my girlfriends. I had several partners. I've also dated a stud as a stud. So there's that even in lesbianism.
Wow.
Yes.
So it was like you're a lesbian. By the time you're dating a stud as a stud.
I don't know whether to explain.
The whole thing is so confusing.
It is. Okay, for studs, you date either a femme or a stem.
Explain, please.
Okay. For a femme, it's a female. Like the way I'm male, I'm stud. So to get someone who's submitting under you, it's a femme.
Yeah.
That's a woman who's fully into you as a stud.
Yeah.
But then there's a stem. There are women who they can act as stud and also femme.
Okay.
So back then, I don't know what they call it right now, but it was stem. So as a stud, you can either date a stem or a femme. But then this one was a bit awkward. We were stud on stud. I don't know. But yeah, I was somehow the submissive one somehow, because somehow it had to work. It had to work.
Yeah.
But with this, why I'm mentioning this stud, she introduced me even to more drugs.
I see.
I was always high on liquor, and if I can add something, maybe the weed, the edibles. But now with her, she introduced me to Chavez. That's, I don't know that's the local name. I don't know.
I've never even heard of it.
You sniff it. It's tobacco that you sniff through your...
Okay.
You sniff it. It gets you high, other than cigarettes. You know, there's slow tobacco. You can take cigarettes.
This one goes straight into your bloodstream.
Straight. Like you will feel the high in less than 5 minutes. You're down. So there was Chavez. And then also cigarettes. I was not doing cigarettes. She introduced me to cigarettes. She introduced me to mogoka. And very heavy drinking. Now with her, there's no chasing the drinks. You drink like water. You know, you just drink it like that. As raw as is. Yes. In fact, she had a base for mogoka. She had a base. That was her business. She used to come and pick me with Buddha with her. She would ride on. Yes, come pick me at the stage, because I would frequent her place mostly. So she comes, picks me. We go to her base. And she
Days of mogoka.
Yes. And she had a kinyozi and a shop.
Wow. She was a man.
She was a man, exactly.
You thought you were a man until you found that.
Yes. I thought I was a man. Maybe I was a soft man. I don't know. Until I found her. She was a man.
I'm imagining you.
Because I used to shave my hair back then. I wish I would have those photos. I lost my Facebook page. Imagine when I gave my life to Christ, my Facebook just vanished. I don't know. She used to shave my hair. Yeah, I used to do number 2, number 1. Like I would fade.
Like a nice key box.
Yes. And she was my kinyozi.
What?
You know, she was the one who was funding my mogokas and now weed. I don't know where she would get constant weed. Yeah. So my point, why I've mentioned her specifically, is because I also got abused when I was with her. There's this one instant, and I don't know, God is good. After uni, I didn't stop being a lesbian after university. After university, I got a really good job in one of the prominent, I had done hospitality management. So one of the high-end hotels, I can say that because mostly we had international guests. And I had my own office. You get, I didn't go in as a waiter or a steward. God is just yes. I had an office of my own, and even in at work, I was not doing skirts or dresses. I had a suit. He respected what I wanted.
Yeah.
I had a suit. I was always in a black suit, and my name tag there. But I was still struggling even with liquor. I would still drink while on shift. And remember, in the hotel industry, it's easily available.
Yeah.
How I survived, God is great, because I was high in most of my shifts. I get off work, I go look for this stud.
In the Mogokabis.
Yes. Because
Managerial position, high-end hotel in an office. Immediately after work, Mogokabis.
I go to my stud.
Only the devil.
Why? So we get there that day. I had not eaten anything. I had not eaten well. And that's the day she had planned to spoil me. She said, today it's on me. Today it's on me. We're going to do, we're doing the club hopping. It's on me. So I get there. I had promised my colleagues that we're also going to have, a nice time in town. So it's like I'm trying to hit two birds with one stone. So I started with the people from work. We drank beers. I remember when I was doing beer, my beer was Guinness Ale. Always on Guinness. So I did several, and then back then you order a beer, it comes as a pair.
It comes as a, it changed. Okay, we wouldn't know.
I don't know.
It always came
As a pair.
never one.
So I've ordered mine, my colleague has ordered. So I had to force, those are 4 bottles, faster. And I've not even eaten anything from lunchtime.
For those who don't understand, if you
And then-
don't eat,
Yes.
we used to call it setting the base.
You have to eat well.
If you don't eat before a binge
A drink,
of alcohol, you will get high extremely fast and suffer very severe consequences of honey.
Memory loss,
Yes.
body, everything. Near death experience.
Correct.
So they brought it cold. By the time it's warm, but because I want to rush to the other party, it's faster. On my way there, I'm already high. You don't drink beer like that. I'm already high. I sit next to a person, they're doing kuber. I've never done kuber. You know kuber?
Yes. And that is at the Moguka joint now.
No. I'm
Still
on my way.
on your
I'm
way
on
to-
my way to Mogoka.
Okay.
I'm on my way from CBD.
Okay.
I've left my colleagues. We cannot continue the night because I have promised my girlfriend. I'm there. I'm coming shortly. So on my way to her place, I'm seated next to, and the way you chat when you're high, your neighbor is your friend. So as we're speaking, I'm noticing there's something. He keeps putting something. And I'm like, what's that? And he said, it's kuber nini, do you want to try already? Like, I've never done this. Like, no, it's
This is
very
in a mat,
easy.
total stranger.
In a mat, in a total, hey. Kwanza it was a city hopper. It was a city what? The yellow ones with blue, whatever. He gave he gave me a piece. He said, because it's your first time, I'm giving you this. Just make sure don't swallow the saliva. That's how it's done. You don't swallow the saliva. The high you get high really fast. I think there are nerves or whatever, blood vessels. But just don't swallow I just remember him saying that don't swallow the saliva. You keep spitting. By the time I am getting to the Mogoka joint, I was high. But I'm trying to compose myself to show my girlfriend that I am ready for the night. And I found him with a lot of clients, because people are at the base. And of course, the base is here. The shop is open where, you just, a kiosk. So she said, wait for me until we close business. And then now, from what we've accumulated, we go spoil ourselves. Then she asked me, have you eaten something? No. Indomie. That was the quickest. We went and prepared noodles. We ate, but of course that was not enough. As we are eating, we were getting high on cigarettes, weed. I was intoxicated. And I'm just accommodating it because I'm like, yeah, this is it. Thinking that I can manage cigarettes. And when you're mixing, it does something on you. Like you start feeling sickish.
Yeah.
But I had not felt that yet. I think I was so high.
Yeah.
And we finished. She closed the business. We've not eaten well. We started now our club hopping. We went, and I remember we were high on Legend. She got her quota. These are two studs. You're taking your quota, I'm taking mine. You know, also we were trying to fight for equality. I don't know. There's that balance that was just not there from the beginning. So she's taking her quota, I'm taking my quota. No chasing. We are guys. I drank. We drank. It got to a space, I don't remember anything. Those are those nights. There's a period I don't remember. I just remember we were seated here. We were taking Legend, and we got out to take a cigarette. We got out of the club to do a smoke. I don't remember anything. Apparently, when we got out, because we were leaving, I think now we were leaving to go to another club. As we were smoking, someone took me away from the rende, from the crowd. A guy probably, and went, abused me, raped me.
Raped you.
Raped me.
Okay.
Seriously. I don't remember anything. My girlfriend was looking for me. They started looking for me from that time. It was around midnight to around 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. Until they gave up. They said, we go sleep. Because my phone got disconnected. So they are trying to call. Now they cannot find me. It happened in the open, I believe. Because it was just in between the space of leaving that club. And it was on a local, we started at a local pub. See, we've closed the Mogugat joint. So we go get high kidogo. Because of course,
so that you don't spend much in the...
So that you don't spend much.
Pre-game.
Yes.
Yeah, you
so that you drink one beer until morning.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So they've lost me along the way, and someone took advantage. Someone raped me, actually. Let's call a spade a spade. Why am I not using it anyway? But I was raped and then dumped at her doorstep at around, I think, 3 in the morning,
Her doorstep of her house.
Their house.
So this is someone who knew.
I think that guy was even at the base or something. I don't know. It's someone very... It's one of her clients, actually, if I'm not wrong. So they've done that. They've dumped me there. I don't remember anything. She found me there because they had stopped looking for me, but she came out, she found me, put me in bed. I don't remember anything, Linda. In the morning, I wake up to go help myself to the toilet. I wake up fast. She's not talking to me. She had such an attitude. She was mad. So I'm like, okay, I don't understand. I'm going to help myself.
So you didn't even know you had been raped?
No.
Zero.
I did not know. I was still very high in the morning. With all that drinking, I was very high. Going to help myself, I felt a lot of pain down there. So I'm trying to check my innerwear. They were soiled. It was soaked in blood. It was soiled. That's when I learned something has happened. So I called her. And I said, yeah, come. She was mad. She was still not talking. And she said, where were you? Last night we looked for you. You just disappeared. What's wrong with you? And I told her, I don't remember anything, but I think something happened. And I showed her everything. She was like, so it hit us what happened. She was so mad because we don't know who did it. Why did she even lose me? Even as she was now blaming herself, like, what happened? How did we? And fast forward, I got pregnant from that abuse also. But I got really promiscuous. After this, I didn't stop drinking. I think I drank every day. Because I can't imagine how I get, I still got high. I was always waking up in awkward
Beds
yes.
and houses.
Yes. I remember getting myself in a lodge, drinking with my colleagues. I don't know how we split. I end up with this guy who convinces me nothing happened. Oh my God. I got pregnant. After the abuse, I got pregnant. And again, I chose abortion. Only that this time, I am employed. I have a cover. So this time round, we're doing it
In a fancy hospital.
No, we're not doing it shigala bagala
Yeah.
at the back door. What? I went with my cover, and because the first time I felt fishy, I took the normal pregnancy tests, the one for the chemist. No, let me explain well. I think these pills never work on me. I took the pill.
Story of my life, huh?
Let me explain well. Let me not skip any detail. I took the pill again, like the positioner too. Only that it was a different, but I don't know. It was a different, but it was the same thing. Remember going to the chemist, buying, drinking. So I knew I was expecting my period. My period did not show up. So I went to confirm why don't I have my periods, only to find out that I'm pregnant. But it might be false, now that I can afford. Through my cover, I tested for pregnancy. And I'm like, wow, congratulations, you are 5 plus. Yes. Yeah. And they were now, because, this is now an institution, they're like, wow. So do you want to start at the antenatal clinic to this? Yeah. We're just next to you. It would be, but this is how it happens. These are the days. And you compose yourself like, knowing I'm not going to keep this baby. That's not my plan. So I rejected that child immediately again. And this time I started self-aborting naturally. I went to Google, of course, how to do it. Take a lot of tea leaves. Take a lot of, I don't know, cinnamons, whatever crazy
Don't
things.
say them. There are people here who will think they're getting an idea.
Forgive me. Yes, all that nonsense is what I was doing to myself to see, so that I avoid all the drama that I went to in the first place. So I'm like, is there a natural way this can happen? So I tried self-aborting. And it didn't come out. But I had killed the baby in my womb. That's what I learned. I killed the baby myself. As much as, yes, it was an incomplete abortion, of course. I know I killed the baby myself because I was self-aborting. So by the time I'm going again to the same hospital with my cover.
In the name of clinic.
Yeah, they gave me sad news. They're like, oh, since your last visit, the fetus, the whatever, it's not changing. There's no growth. It looks like you've lost the baby inside you, and we are suggesting, it's all medical, but I already know
what you've been
am doing.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time I told this to my girlfriend, I'm deciding an abortion this third. She tried advising me against it, but I was determined. So what we did after they have confirmed this is what is happening, I think even before I started self-aborting, no, I started self-aborting. We've talked about it. She doesn't want me to abort. Me, I've made my own decision. And I want it out. I'm self-aborting, but I'm not seeing the results, so I want it out. So I want something quick. We've confirmed that the baby is not growing. So I tell my girlfriend, and she says, let's try and give her. But me, I'm not there. So we went to a clinic. Now, the clinics they are still operating. They're still here. It's still huge organizations that are still functional until now. It's no longer the quack clinics. I walk in, And I'm shocked, like, this is what they do. It's
what they
their
do every
work.
day.
I'm a patient like any other. They just ask me how many
It is
weeks.
an organization that is known to do this.
Yes. How many weeks? No one is talking to me, trying to tell me anything. They just asked me, you're here for this. How many weeks? Oh, okay. So we're going to give you this pill. For this one, you'll put it below your tongue. Put it underneath your tongue. But make sure you do that either when you reach home or 30 minutes before. Like, don't do it right now currently, because you will start having contractions and the baby will come out immediately. So I call my girlfriend and I say, this is what I've decided. And that's how we broke up. She just went, she ghosted me. After we had our last date, she was not up for it at all. So I was doing it by myself. I did it at home. Followed instructions, sorry. By this time, of course, we had moved out from my parents' house and I was living with my siblings only. My parents had relocated all the way to, So we were staying with my siblings. No one knows what is happening. No one knows I've been abused before. Again, sorry. So I'm self-aborting at home in the toilet, which was very painful. Exactly what they explained is exactly what happened. You put the pill until it dissolves, and then the contractions begin. They were painful. I would have done nothing about the pain. I just had to go through it. And now you feel the force of something coming out. And I remember sitting in the toilet, hearing the chunks fall off. And I'm just, okay. I felt like screaming because, of course, I was not alone in the house. But I'm like, well, no. So that's how the baby came out. But again, it was incomplete. And I didn't find out until I started having the aches again, the abdominal, the cramps. So I am at work, normal. I think I've gotten rid of the baby. I'm now single. But then, with time, I'm getting a very abnormal abdominal pain. My period is not yet, I didn't stop bleeding. For a very long time, I continued bleeding.
Same pattern as the first.
Bleeding, yes. But now again, exactly, it was the same. Again, the baby did not fully abort. So I go back to my cover, and when they check, they're telling me there's an incomplete abortion. We will have to do a minor operation to wash your womb. And now for this, we suggest, a specialist. We cannot do it here on a general, wherever you need a gyna. Do you have someone to sign the papers as you go into the operation? Very professional, but I know what I am doing. So because I could afford it, I went, and again I called my sister. My sister was the first one, always. My sister was my next of kin. And I remember being wheeled into the cold room. But this time they put anesthesia. They were counting and saying, Lydia, can you? Then I was dead, and by the time I was up, they had washed my womb. I remember before being wheeled in, still going to the washroom and crying and telling God, forgive me. Because even with this pregnancy, I rejected it. I had already started. It's just that it did not finish well again. So I was like, again, I'm going through operation. I prayed and said, God, help me and forgive me. It's not that I want this. It's just a very bad, desperate state. I went, they washed my womb, came out. And this time I was dead. I don't know how to explain to you, because I was not understanding how this cycle keeps happening. I've killed now twice. I'm being raped and abused. So I'm not even safe in the LGBTQ world anymore. And actually, I'm not even wanted there. Why did she dump me at my darkest? So I went in, I started being depressed. Immediately after the operation, I was anemic. I was sick. I was sick for a very long period. The recovery after abortion is quite something. It took me a while before recovering. I was anemic. I was what? It was just a desperate point.
Tunaposhindwa, wewe kamwe hushindwi. Tunapopungukiwa, hupungukiwi Baba. Tunayoyaona magumu, wayafanya kwa urahisi. Wewe ni Mungu wako